today we're with Shannon, the owner and founder of Shanleys Creation Lures. We're going to have a small talk to him today about his business, his lures, and and everything that he does. So welcome Shannon. And
thank you, mate.
How you going?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad.
That's good.
This weather could be a lot better.
Oh, it could definitely be better, couldn't it?
Definitely. So we'll crack into it. So my phone closed. Right. So the first question, tell us a bit about yourself and what got you started in the industry.
Oh mate, I used to be an avid bait fisherman for a long time, and yeah, it was just one day. We're out in the boat and just that feeling of bait and the smell and like
going home stinky at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm a bit over this. The wife's like, "Gee, you stink." So, I thought, we'll go and buy a pack of plastics and we'll try it out. And bait fishing, while it was relaxing, it was a bit boring just sitting there waiting for a bite. And so went out and bought a pack of plastics and threw and through and said, "Oh, this isn't much," because I just couldn't catch anything. And it took a long time for me to catch a fish on a soft plastic. It really did. But once I did, I was hooked just like that. That
level of the achievement, getting something on a lure versus say just sitting on bait.
Yeah,
and that hit it's a far different experience.
Yeah, oh, that's true. And and it just grew from there. I bought multiple packets of plastics and different brands and tried different designs and look, one day I was just scrolling through Facebook and I don't know whether it was an ad or just something that popped up, and it was one of the guys from the US, and it was just a video of him making his soft plastics, and I'm like, it'd be a really good idea, it'd be really fun. And anyway, look, we did a bit of research and watched a lot of videos and stuff like that, and then it was just one day I bought a mould, I bought an injector, bought some plastisol and a bit of colourant and started making my own plastics.
That'd be a pretty good achievement, something that you've made and then you go out and catch fish on it, and then seeing other people catch the fish on it too.
Yeah, oh mate, look, for me to catch a fish on it is amazing, but to actually see somebody else catch fish on something that I've made, from a liquid, it's amazing. It's a really good feeling. I go to bed nearly every night so proud, and look, it went on for a few months, and I had mates that, make me some of these and, stuff like that. And so we did, and it just grew and grew, and to the point where, people started handing over money and like, no, it's all good. And I mean, well, I'm giving these plastics away for free. It's my money I'm using, let's start a little hobby. I've got a bit of an injury myself, so, the work I can do is a bit limited myself. So I put the brain together and, we started as a hobby, and here we are now.
Nice.
Probably 4 years later.
Sweet. Oh. Now, when designing a new lure or mould, what do you look for? What helps you pick a design?
Mate, that's a good question. Uniqueness. I like to think a lot of my designs, even though picking a unique design is very hard, because a lot of, a swim bait is, a paddle tail swim bait is a paddle tail swim bait, it's very hard to get something different to to the other hundreds of other people making plastics today. That's what I first started to do, was to do a bit of uniqueness, especially with my 2-inch double tails, the 4-inch double tails, the hammer swim baits. I know that 2 and 4-inch double tails, I'm the only one in Australia making them. So uniqueness is a lot.
Especially in such a flooded industry where trying to be unique is hard.
Yeah, look, the thing with an Australian soft plastic maker is, what do you do different to everybody else? We have our big brands of companies from all over the world making plastics, and what can I do differently that will make my plastics compete with theirs? and that's what I first thought. Look, let's get something. Let's do something that's way different, you know. And the 2 and 4 inch double paddle tail grubs of where it began, and yeah, those have they've been dynamite.
They've got a little lure.
Yeah, the 2 inch doubles are probably my best seller, and the fish that have been caught on those plastics, mate. Like, we're talking flathead brim to barramundi to mangrove jack to bass. The list goes on, and it just amazes me, especially when someone caught a barramundi on one. I'm like, you know, that's amazing on this little 2 inch.
That's pretty cool.
Double paddle tail, you know, and it was just amazing. It's just such a nice little plastic, you know.
No, that sort of like leads us into like the next question. You know, with so much stuff so similar on the market, you know, what really does set Shanleys Creations Plastics apart from its competitors?
I will go back to that uniqueness. You know, as I said, a lot of my designs a little bit different to what other people do. So that's where it would start. I believe I've got pretty good customer service. You know, you've got to have good customer service in this game. You know, there's a lot of people in Australia making soft plastics. A lot of people. To me, there's about 5 or 6 companies in Australia making soft plastics, just like myself. They're a lot smaller companies, but there's about 5 or 6 of the really top end ones that do some really good stuff. Look, yeah, uniqueness, customer service.
Over the next 5 years sort of thing.
Look, I would like to turn Shanleys Creations into a wholesale business to tackle shops. That's where I would really like this business to go. We're already in 5 across Australia in a matter of 18 months. So we're going in the right direction. Yeah, so that's where I'd really like to be, especially those smaller tackle shops. You know, where everyone knows the name of the owner and the staff, and you know. And look, the other thing is, it's not just about making money selling plastics. You know, a lot of it is also to give that education to, you know, the population that you know, Australian soft plastic makers are and can do good work. You know, at the moment there are a lot of people with a good reputation in Australia making plastics, and there's a lot that don't have a good reputation making plastics. So yeah, it's just a bit about education, and you know, that the Aussie guys can and are doing some really good things in the industry. You know, we all like to spend our money at home, and yeah, look, you know, we all want to be millionaires, there's no doubt about it. Owning a soft plastic making business of millionaires, I'm not too sure. I'll do my best, but yeah, look, just get the word out there, the name out there, and yeah, just get as many.
So we were talking about uniqueness, and you were talking about the 2.5 inch. So this is what we got here. We got the 2.5 inch double paddle tails.
2 inch.
2 inch, sorry, double paddle tails, and the 4s up there. Now, you're saying these are your best seller at the moment?
Yeah, mate. Look, you know, I have customers that tell me all the time, look, I will only throw this plastic for this species, and you know, and some of the species that they mention, you know, especially I got a lot of people that'll only throw these flathead. That's all they will throw. They just had so much success with those on flathead. Bass, they're really good for bass. Skip casting up and under, and
yeah, since I've used them, I've had really good success on them with the brim and the bass.
Yeah.
And they have a very unique sort of fishing, like a style to them. They're not, like looking at them, they're not what I thought they would be initially when they throw them. They got like a really nice like vibration, like a buzz to them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And yeah, they don't they sort of, yeah, like they sort of like wobble the way that they swim.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like I was quite impressed when I like first started using them, and I pulled a lot of good brim, like skipping them along the top of the mangrove.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
And also you got the
3-inch curlies.
and the 3-inch curlies at the moment.
You know, I think they're a bit, I think they're a bit unique as well. You know, it's a bit of like a slider body with that
grub tail.
That beautiful grub tail. You know, it's sort of not like your standard 3-inch grub.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. No, thanks for Shannon for joining us today here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
From Shanleys Creation. So yeah, no, you want to get in touch with Shannon? I'll put a link down to his Facebook and website. Otherwise, I'll have all the 5 sellers as his stockist, so you can go in and check them out if you're in those local areas. And that's once again, so we've got like the 4-inch double paddle tails, the 2-inch, and we got the curly tails. So yeah, thanks again for joining us down the road project, Shannon.
No worries.
All the best, and hope we'll talk soon again.
Excellent, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.